What is up, guys? So today we have the sudden death challenge, and I did already complete the challenge, but using this deck right here, it's a 3.8 elixir cost deck with the defensive units being the Electro Wizard, the Musketeer, the Arrows, the Firecracker, and the Minions, and then the offensive unit being the Lumberjack, Balloon, and Freeze. I made it work. So since I already played the tournament, I have to go into the activity log to check out all my battles. So first we're going to start with the first battle that I ever played in that challenge. Right here it is. So he's got an Elixir Golem deck, which an Elixir Golem does do a lot of quick, fast damage, so it should be pretty good for this challenge. I'm going to place the Musketeer in the back just to build up a decent push, and then the Minions behind that. And since the Magic Archer just got newly nerfed, I'm going to place the arrows on that because he just gets wrecked by the arrows. Lumberjack going in on the other side. He does place the Battle Healer to stop that. I'm going to place the E-Wiz on that Magic Archer. And he's going to go right on his second Magic Archer. I'm just going to arrows that Elixir Golem to get a bunch of juicy elixir. So I got that massive balloon push going in there. And that Electro Dragon just gets wrecked by my ground units. I go the Freeze there. The balloon does hit the tower, and that's going to be the good game victory. So that match was only 50 seconds long, so you can see how fast this tournament goes. And so I do lose the next two battles because people had better decks than me and were better players than me. But this next match that I played, he had a relatively cheap Hog Cycle deck. So I placed the Firecracker in the bottom left-hand corner behind the tower. He goes in with a preemptive Hog push. So I'm going to place the Lumberjack and the arrows on his Minions and Miner. He does get about 700 damage on the tower. But right there, I'm going to place the Balloon so it does not get hit by the Executioner while he's going for the Lumberjack. And that Balloon's going to be completely raged. And it's going to get a second hit on the tower and then a third hit on the tower. And then I just arrows it to finish it off. The bomb would have finished it off, but the arrows did the job as well. So that match was only 36 seconds long. So that was even shorter than my first match. So we're going to go past my third defeat right there. That's when I had to reset and spend 50 gems. But this match was for a legendary trade token. It was the second to last match in the tournament. There was 8 wins in it. And I accidentally cycled my arrows to the tower instead of going for the Barrel Goblins. And that they do get a decent amount of damage. But then I'm going to place the Musketeer there to take care of his Goblin gang. Then I go Balloon right there. He's got the Valkyrie. And that Inferno Tower is just going to wreck my Balloon. I want to save some elixir for defense. Especially for his Hog right there. He does miss my Firecracker there with the Fireball. That's going to take out the Hog. Then I'm going to place the Lumberjack right there. And he goes Barrel Goblins against all my ground units. And they just take it out immediately. So I'm going to place the Balloon right there. And the Lumberjack does pass the tower in time to tank for that Balloon. And this time I'm going to place the Freeze on that Inferno Tower just so it doesn't wreck my thing. And my Electro Wizard is just going to absolutely, or his Electro Wizard is just going to absolutely get wrecked. And then the Balloon finishes off the tower. And that match was only 1 minute and 3 seconds. This mode is super fun to play, especially if it's just like in party mode, like recreational, instead of an actual tournament, because you can experiment with tons of different decks, like cycle decks, super expensive decks, since it is double elixir. But for this tournament, I mainly stuck to this deck. Oops, this is the wrong match, actually. So we're going to go to this match right here, which is the last match in the tournament. And he is going to go with the Ice Golem and then the Bats right there, which is a pretty good strategy. And then he's going to place the Earthquake on my ground units. It does get a little bit of damage on my castle, but not that much. So he's got that mini P.E.K.K.A going there, which is absolutely going to wreck my Lumberjack. But with the Musketeer raged, she's going to take out 2 Bats before getting taken down herself. So he is up in the damage advantage right there. He's got the Hog going in there. And the log comes down, forcing back my Musketeer, so that Hog does get 2 hits instead of only 1. So I placed the balloon that far back in time for my lumberjack to go into the tower and tank for the balloon. And then I arrows his firecracker, freeze those bats and the tower while my balloon gets a hit there. My firecracker's coming up on the bridge. The balloon gets another hit. His firecracker goes on it, but it was too late. I take out the tower. That match was 58 seconds, so I'm averaging about 48 seconds per match. So we're going to go to my first defeat as our last match that we're going to watch. And this guy that I played right here, he's got quite an expensive deck. His average elixir cost is probably about 4.2, which is not bad since it's double elixir. And he's got pretty much all air support right there with the wizard and witch and stuff, and so he can take down my balloon pretty easily. So I'm going to place the lumberjack right there. Then we go firecracker just to get a little chip damage on the tower. Then arrows his dark prince. That Valkyrie is going to take out my firecracker there with another swing. Then I place the musketeer there. Since having nothing else to defend, I just place the freeze. And that miner on my musketeer is absolutely going to wreck it. Then I go arrows on that witch, which probably wasn't needed, but I was a little bit panicking. So he's going to place the Dark Prince right on top of my firecracker, which will take care of it pretty easily. And then, so as my musketeer doesn't get any damage, I place the Electro Wizard there. And then he's going to go up there and deal some damage on those skellies. I'm going to go in and freeze all of his air support and the tower. He fireballs my balloon. And in the end, I activate his King Tower, which is very, very detrimental for this. So I'm going to place the Electro Wizard there so that Lumberjack can do some more damage. Minions there, and since having nothing else to defend with, I placed the freeze on the Prince right there, or else he would have almost taken out the tower and then he could have fireballed it. So I'm going Firecracker there so she takes care of that tombstone. Then I arrows that. He places the Dark Prince right there. And then I go Lumberjack on his Dark Prince. And he also takes out those Skellies. And he's just going to get absolutely wrecked by that Valkyrie. He's got the Witch up high near the bridge. And so I completely missed this tower on the freeze. If I would have hit the tower, I would have taken him out. But he takes out my tower with his Skellies right there. And that match was 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. And if you want to go try this challenge for yourself, it would be wise to do a deck sort of like this, using maybe your own little twist to it. And it is super, super fun to play because it's a lot of high action, super fast playing. So that's going to be it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more Clash Royale content. And signing off for now, the boys will be boys.